Okay, so when you're doing story problems, I know that sometimes those are hard, right? Because there's a lot of words mixed with the numbers. So one strategy is let's try to box in those key numbers. So a speed is given 120 kilometers per hour. Okay. In fact, in Europe, they use the kilometers instead of miles. So you might even do some of these conversions in science class. And then it says, how fast is the car traveling in miles per minute? So because we're doing both the length and the time, we are going to have to convert kilometers to miles and hours to minutes. So let's see, well, we're going to find this one, but don't we know how many minutes are in an hour? Yes, we do. How many minutes are in an hour? Yes, so it's 1 hour is equivalent to 60 minutes. Okay, for the kilometers and miles, I don't expect you to know that off the top of your head. Let's use the systems of measurements chart. So miles is a distance, right? It's a length. Is there anything in the length column that relates miles and kilometers? So you should be looking at your chart right now. Yeah, what is it? What does it say? Or where is it in the chart? It's right here. See how it's 1 mile, the kilometers? So 1.6 kilometers is equal to 1 mile. So those are the conversions that we're going to use. Now step 1 is to state the starting measurement as a fraction. State the starting measurement as a fraction. Okay? So that would be the 120 kilometers per hour. So the 120 goes on top. Remember, this symbol means a few things. It means per. This also means division. So if it's per hour, what number do I put with it? Yep, 1. Yep, good job, Avery. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to multiply so that the units cancel. And it doesn't matter which one you want to cancel first. If we want to do the hours to get it into minutes, we can absolutely do that. So if hours is on the bottom, do I need to put it on the top or bottom in order to cancel? The top, that's right. So 1 hour, 60 minutes. And then what happens is these cancel out, and then you are left with minutes. And that's what you want. So we did that one. Now we have to cancel out here. So if this is kilometers on the top, do I want kilometers on the top or the bottom? On the bottom. Okay, so it's 1.6 kilometers. Okay, and then 1 mile goes on the top. And again, let's cancel out what we can, and then let's circle what our final units are going to be. Once you do that, remember we're multiplying. When you multiply fractions, do you go straight across or do you crisscross? Straight across. So you are going to multiply straight across. Okay? All right, so on the top, it's 120 times 1 times 1. What's that going to be? 120. Now, whatever you have circled, that's going to be your unit on the top. So 120 miles is what we have. And then on the bottom, we're going to multiply 60 by 1.6. And again, we're going to put the units on there. If you're ever not sure of like what the shorthand is, feel free to write it out. You can write miles, minutes, that's fine. And then your last step is to divide. So it's 120 divided by 96. Okay, now for these, you always need your units. Okay, so that will be part of your final answer. Okay, so you'll have to do the units for full credit. All right, we'll do one more together, and then I'll let you try the ones that are on your review worksheet, okay? Okay, so it says, how many feet are there in 1508 centimeters? So the only number they give us is this, the 1508 centimeters, so we're going to write that on top. There's no division. So if you want to write this as a fraction, we'll just put it over 1. So I'll say that one more time. If there's no division, like in this one it had the per, okay, you're just going to put it over 1, and that's fine. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we have to convert centimeters to feet. So I'm going to look at the length again. Okay, let's see which ones have centimeters in it. Here I have centimeters, here I have centimeters. Okay, anywhere else? No. No. So this says 2.5 centimeters is 1 inch. Can I convert inches to feet?
Probably.
Yeah, we talked about that one yesterday, right? Because there's how many inches in a foot? 12. Yep, like a ruler. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use that there's 1 inch for 2.5 centimeters, and then we're going to use that there's 12 inches in 1 foot. Okay, so we're going to set up 2 multiplications. And the way that you decide what you're going to use is the units. So if centimeters is on top, I have to put it on the bottom. So how many centimeters do I have in my conversion rates?
I could say
2.5, right? 2.5?
Yep.
Okay, now what goes on the top? What is that equal to?
1 inch.
1 inch. So you're just going to put 1 inch there. And then we're going to have to do this one more time. Okay, so if inch is on the top, it needs to be on the bottom. Okay, so we've already used this one. Now we have to use this one. Okay, so what's going to go on the bottom here? Yeah, 12 inches. Good. What's going to go on the top? And then let's cancel this out. Okay, and then again, we're just going to multiply across. Now, anytime it's times 1, oh, and I do like to circle it. So your final answer is going to be in feet. Anytime it's times 1, it's going to be the same thing. So it's 1508 feet. And then 1 times 12 is 12. Do I have any units on the bottom?
No.
No, they all got canceled. That's because your final answer is just going to be feet. Okay? And then we're going to divide. Now, is this a nice number when you divide?
Probably.
What did you do with the 2.5?
Oh, I didn't. Sorry. I didn't. Thank you. You have to multiply. So what should be on the bottom? 30. Thank you. Thank you.
You said 30 centimeters.
What's that?
30.8.
So when you divide those, let's look at that number. So 1508 divided by 30. Can you check that? Is that what you guys are getting? Okay. So it's 50.26 repeating. So let's round to the nearest hundredth. This dot, dot, dot means that it keeps going. So the nearest hundredth is 2 places after the decimal. So we're just going to look at that number after it. So does the 6 move that up or keep it the same?
Moves it up.
Yep. And then don't forget your units.
I thought we were finding how many centimeters are
How many feet are there in that many centimeters?
Oh.
So the how many feet, the feet will be your final unit. Okay? All right, so now I want you to try 8 and 9 on your review. And if you finish that before I go over it, then I want you working on the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? And 7.